Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a look at 4 different games on your screen. Ben, if you can, for the people at home, can you name some notable people to be watching out for today?
Some notable. The list is so ridiculously long, Jack. I honestly don't even know where to start. But on your screen right now, Cease laying fire down 8 eliminations in this game, 12 points total when we jump in here on NA East. And it does not surprise me in the slightest to see him absolutely slaying out 230-ish medium ammo, 123 shotgun shells, a boogie, 4 minis, and a smile on his face, honestly, I'm sure at this point.
Yeah.
Because this game is going exceedingly well.
Well, see, someone who's already qualified from the solos section of things, an absolute beast of a player, you see.
From all the previous events that you and I have had the opportunity to cast, all the events that we've watched, there are so many notable players. People have to realize, oh, Rome's just paid the price for that.
Sorry to cut off, did you see what Cease just did? Cease edited down his walls to drop Rome's down.
Especially, let's focus on just solos. Players get 5 weeks to attempt to qualify for the World Cup Fortnite solo section. So you have a number of notable names that will obviously make it in. Cease showing exactly why it's already qualified.
Yes.
That being said, you're going to have a lot of players that we've watched multiple times just not make it. And that can be kind of punishing to think about.
Oh my goodness.
One that gets lasered out of midair. So he's just kind of in a shooting gallery here as players are trying to rotate in, not really building too much. His shots are already going to clearly come out from Cease there. The redeploy floating in. Still a ton of medium ammunition, ton of shotgun shells, and a player stuck out in the zone. You hate to see it, but that's yet another one. 14 elims.
We'll still have 20 to 30 players left in this zone. Instead of only 10, Cease winds up having a much better understanding of where exactly all the remaining players are in the field and can play based off that, doing a brilliant job to this point.
Opportunity to farm the tree. Rotation straight west. Rocks caught underneath Paradox, gets the siphon. 12 shield and 65 HP feels a little better than just a second ago. In fact, that siphon saved Paradox from being eliminated in that moment, but down to 7 HP, and the med kit probably not going to go off. Paradox has to push forward. The Storm applying pressure right behind him.
Here are our final players. There is one all the way up top still. Cease trying to lay down the fire. 95 health in total. Now 145, now 195.
Come on.
As Cease doesn't miss once. 16 eliminations so far. 50 materials remaining, or at least builds remaining. A little bit better than 50 total materials. It's Blue Thunder on the high ground, Paradox on the low ground. Our healthiest player right now, Cease, well, just eliminated the one. 17 eliminations to this point. Blue Thunder dropping on down. Cease with 200 HP.
Vying for it, but the player all the way at the top, Blue Thunder, 000, pops those minis, and probably the worst timing possible. You left the left side exposed, and Cease got the little peek shot.
Cease, 18 elims.
I'm sure your mother will give you a nice hug for that. I'm sorry. It's okay, Jack. It's okay, buddy.
Hopefully you're watching this, Mom. I hope you're proud of me. It's right now 33 remaining in this one. See, a little bit more of a stacked lobby. It's fair to say. Grove, 7 elims to this point in this first game. Now 8. Quick little beam right there with that epic silenced or suppressed assault rifle. Heavy sniper in the back pocket as well. Oh,
going for it. Gonna get it. Maybe. Nope. But 64 shield. The follow up there. Grove picks up the 9th elimination. I don't know if you noticed that. There's a player in there with the serial number of his Xbox controller after user. I'm not sure who that is, but I commend them for the username.
I think it might be his creator code. Imagine. Use code R/137. Be the worst code ever. And just as many uses as my code, which is 2. So now we're back on to Remy Kid here. 5 eliminations so far. Does get cracked from behind in bed in late game. Exactly. As he does get cut down, I was going to say, late game, when you hear that sound of the shield burst, because there's that unique sound that plays when the shield is destroyed, that is like, it's like all the players are rating, just turn towards it and look right wherever that is to begin to beam the player. Does get cut down there in the same box as Grove. We caught on with him at
90 builds left. Looks for the edit shot underneath, see if he can catch a player rotating, and like clockwork, does indeed. Grove picks up the 12th elim. Starting to make this rotation, sticking with the Storm and trying to get a bead from above. You see the quick edits and watching the movement. Goes for the shot. I don't know if you noticed that. There was a heavy snipe shot initially, but follow through for the 210. Epic pump action damage. The headshot there, very key.
That shield popped. That means it's all time for an all-out assault. Thankfully for Grove, his shotgun hasn't missed. Another elimination there. Now 14 up to this point in this game. Can he close it on out with a 15 elimination performance? Ruin just one level above. Going to have to make some sort of play. Grove now dropping all the way down. Grove turning, spraying, looking for the shot. Hasn't hit it yet. Heavy snipe to drop down the shotgun shell. The spray, swap, elimination. Grove, 15 eliminations. The victory royale. And you see right there, one game, 25 points. But that one pop-off game is literally enough to basically qualify you for the next day of competition. Now, all Grove needs to do is just place top 25 a few more times and maybe get a couple more limbs and he's in.
I have a feeling, too, on top of that, you have players that's a big pressure relief, too. Jen picking up a number there. But the pressure to perform goes way, way down once you get that one game, because you know you've already made that substantial progress off the one, and after that, it's all about just a couple pickup points. Tomorrow is the day where you have to go all out.
You're going to see, is this going to build on up and begin to look for the spray onto enemies? There's one right there, and I can tell you right now, Ben, Jen has a smile on their face right now when playing this because they are about to farm this lobby. One elimination so far in this rotation.
The jump angle to immediately placing the floor to catch halfway through the jump. That way they can rotate up a floor without, oh my God.
Has Jen missed? Has Jen missed an AR shot?
Players are putting themselves out in front like it's nothing. Just going for every shot. An easy push in his box here. Gets yet another one. Picks up the 15th elimination. 31 points total and a ton of build left. Still has the redeploy. Has the high ground minus the one player that's rotating around.
It's going back up the mountain again. Maybe can build up further and pop a big shield. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Yep. Smart play by Jen to move forward, pop this big shield. Now at 142 HP, doesn't actually get to finish it, but oh my gosh. What a flick by Jen. 16 eliminations now. Apparently, our coverage of North America East is like which player can drop the most limbs and set the record for the most points in one first game we cover. Good friends. Donut with the spray, Jen on the low ground with the spray. Jen, try to farm these two. There's one. Logic under 120 health. They're in the same box. Jen, trap elimination. 18 elims, 28 points, and 90s coming on in.
6 elims, 40 points total as we're jumping into this one. 23
zipline time.
It might actually be.
Oh my goodness.
Relatively risky.
No.
Oh my gosh! Free baller. Look at the loadout, the kit, the free kit, Jack. Zipline, headshot, the 375. Just so everybody at home understands, Jack's face right now is one of absolute amazement.
Oh my goodness. Cease now continuing to be the Mad Titan here up top as he drops the Ethereal Titan down low. In hopes that maybe someone will land on it, and wow, there's the beam onto the player below. That was over 120 damage real quick, and it looks like, hey, this is the key that opens all doors. Heavy sniper combo, TSM Cloud, have a good Q, buddy.
9 elims, 10 players remaining. With Cloud out, the competition slowly starting to narrow down here. Blasian, Niddle, Cease. As you're rotating down to the bottom, still utilizing that baller. I would expect before too long, Jack, you're going to see the Boogie. Looks for the push in. Absolutely ridiculous awareness. Knows Owl is hiding behind his own pyramid in the box. Looking for minis out in the storm. Going to make a move for it. Does grab them. 5 of them. Is it worth it to take the damage from the storm?
He also went to go try to grab that metal in hopes that it would be enough to maybe let him be able to build it. Oh, no. And hits the rift. This could be game-saving for Kaizui. 5 eliminations so far in this game, trying to drop down and find an exact level where he can go. 26 total walls can be built. Kaizui going on in, now popping these minis. What looked like an impossible game to win, Dr. Lupo has completely turned around with one well-placed pump shot. How about a second? Down goes Panito. There's no way you can pick up that big shield and use it in this time. He knows this. Spray coming in from this legendary assault rifle. 4 players in total. Cease, his own teammate, now gets cut down. Kaizui raining terror on these final players. Another one drops down to challenge. Kaizui pumps him. Now one final player. Can Kaizui make this happen from what seemed like an impossible game? Now a 1 versus 1. Kaizui spraying out the weak point in this build. Damperson having to run into the storm to build back out. He's hiding behind the tree. Shot comes in, player weak, player dead. Kaizui, 7 elims, and the victory royale.
It's actually an excellent opportunity to see how a player like this, who's maintained 3 games played and 3 victory royales, we want to see exactly how these games are playing out. And Mars apparently not having their headphones on, something's going on there, because that quick edit from above, Rocaine catches the 200+ pump shot. Not sure who that is. Colin Frags on your screen as well. Kriz all the way up top. I'm just kidding. I know who Ninja is. On the right side of your screen, just a quick reminder. The points that you earn for both placement and eliminations, 25, 15, top 5 in the victory royale there, plus each elim is an individual point. Oh yeah, come on. You know you want to hit this.
How about that one? There goes.
You know what? Some of Ninja's gameplay directly here. 150 total HP, 120-ish builds as they start to count down. Catches a player on rotation. The quick edit into the stairs. Tries to block him out. Gets the 190 as Blue goes down and feeds a free 50 HP back to Ninja while it is in your way. Lazy Lagoon. This is a massive cliff right here, too.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh! Taking a book out of Tim the Tap Man.
Or mine.
Or yours.
Or Myth.
Or Myth. Or me.
Or you. Between having Rocaine, Assault now here, using as little materials as possible, and again, the sign of a great player, knowing none of these ballers can really shoot him from being inside one of them, those cars. And wait, did he just get the high ground for free?
He might have, unless there's potentially someone all the way up top to rotate back in. Robbie goes down, feeding quite a bit of loot there.
Didn't actually get, he didn't really get much though, to be honest.
Maybe a couple rock around pickups and that's it. Sammy goes down as well. 43 points total for Assault right now. 10 players remaining. It almost honestly feels like 8 of them are in ballers.
Yep.
And there's 1 player left in the brick structure to the left. Player all the way on the high ground. Sizlucky in the middle here, sandwiched between a swarm of ballers and a player with the ultimate high ground. The replace drops in. The shots just barely finishes Willow. A little bit of miss in there, some whiffs. The shot from outside trying to stay ahead of the storm, and the ramp is blocking Sizlucky. Going to have to push through enemy structure in the middle of a fight. Catches Seam, who just got elimination as well. Takes Kriz out. 5 players left. Sizlucky 73 total HP, building up right at the edge. Rocaine from the bottom, from no shield, takes the high ground, the ultimate above everybody else. 5 players left. And the Siphon is going to start to feed Rocaine back to full before you know it. I almost guarantee 4 eliminations here. Tons of builds, tons of ammunition, a set of minis as well as, and late game we've seen those are extremely key if you need to push outside on the players at the last second. 46 points total in a 3-player lobby, Jack. The trap play, potentially an opportunity to bait somebody up if they try and climb towards him. It's a defensive move.
Noah's JT is just sticking inside the zone with the med kit, trying to pop it.
Does get it off.
But Rocaine has had perfect movement. Rocaine got hit by the zone at the last possible second, drops on down. It's a spray fest. Rocaine gets both and the victory royale, and that's how he ended up at the 50 points, Ben.
Right there at the top, Bolt, Rocaine there with 50 points. Right behind him is Cease with the 48. Dubs FN up in third with 45. I love this new games remaining as well, Sundown, because this gives us really good insight as to where people are.
And also, just one thing to point out here, Rocaine's 3 for 3 on victory royales. He has 7 matches remaining,
All right.
3 victories coming out from there, and then also sitting on 20 elims in those 3 matches. So brilliant out from him. You also have a lot of familiar faces on here. Dubs, who has already qualified as well. So 2 qualifiers up here, 3 qualifiers up here, in fact, with Bugga up there inside the top 6 as well. So great consistency coming out from them. But just a reminder, top 3,000 advance to tomorrow, and tomorrow is where you really make the bread. The top 6 spots there will be for qualifiers, and they're fighting for their piece of that $1 million prize pool.